a good little lesson for you today. It's about adding extra notes into your soloing, which sound really cool. Because I had a student this morning, and he said he just faffs around until he finds the right note. I said, well, let's sort that out. But before we do, I was out last night and I was only popping out for a couple of pints. See one of my old mates, he was my best man at my wedding and stuff. And I said to the wife, I won't be long, I'll be back by 10. But it ended up turning into a big one, which sometimes they're the best ones, ain't they? Sometimes when it's pre-planned, it's boring. But I've got this cab home, I'll just tell you about it in a minute. And I just forgot it was even on my phone because I've done the lesson and I took the footage in the cab on the way home. I'll show you, it's coming up. But so anyway, yeah, I said I felt ill as well. Do you know when I felt not good? And I said to wife, I don't know why I'm going out. But I did. And then a few beers in, we started off, and then it's coming back to me now. I had to start teaching at 7 o'clock this morning, but we ended up in darkest East London, which is where I'm from originally. And not the hipster bit around Shoreditch and all that, where you get all the tourists, but the real East London. I think we ended up in like an Albanian pool hall, and then somewhere else, and then we ended up in this Irish bar or Irish pub. And I was drinking beers, and then I was doing double Jamesons. I had a few of them. So it was a good night. I've got to do work in the garden now. She's got me doing some stuff, so don't want to do that too often. So that was my night last night, and I had to get up this morning, which was not easy. But I didn't even remember getting home. It was one of them ones. And then I check it out. He's playing some really loud music in a cab, and then I'll get on to the lesson. All right, see you later. All right.
Some people they call me Jack. Some people they call me insane. I'm looking for somebody, and I don't even know her name. I'm looking for you. Where are you, baby? Oh, something I gotta do to your head. To your baby. And you might make it smile. Or maybe it's a joke. But you got plenty reason to worry here. Cause you wouldn't stay home. Does it feel on the loose again? I kill on the loose. There's a killer on the loose again. Say Portman or Portchester?
Portchester, next one. That's it. Straight down the bottom.
Okay, mate. Well, I'm not trying to make you scared. But there's a killer on the loose. Haven't you heard? He'll be walking around this town just about midnight. Yes, that's Chinatown. That's right, that's right. And you don't think I'm messing. Oh, you don't exist. Hey, I'm confessing. I'm a man. There's a killer on the
That's
loose.
it.
A killer on the loose. Hope you enjoyed that.
A bit of Thin Lizzy, can't go wrong, can you? I'll put that on my YouTube channel, that.
That's Radio 2, 11 o'clock.
Can't beat it, can you?
No, it's the rock show.
There you go.
Oh, cheers.
Thanks a lot,
Thank
mate.
you very much. Cheers.
How do I get out?
Push that button and pull it back.
See you later.
Later, mate.
Bye. You made it. So what we're talking about here is playing over two chords, an E minor 7 and an A7. So I've done a backing track for it, which is available down below on my Patreon page, and there's going to be a tab for it as well. So basically, I'm just going to jam a minute over this, see what you think first, see if you like it, and then I'm going to tell you all about it. Ready? right there, I just improvised, right? There was a couple of little fast bits, but it doesn't have to be fast. Now, what was I doing now? Well, as I said, I created this because of a lesson I've done the other day. So what I'm doing now, I'm using two chords, right? I'm using E minor 7 to A7, yeah? And I'm using a pentatonic scale. But the other thing what I'm doing is I'm adding in the notes from the chords, yeah? So for example, if you want to play over the E minor 7 like this, let's have a look. I should be able to link this up. This two chord already. So all this is here, this is just one chord. So on the sheet, what I'm going to just give you is the arpeggios, but the shapes will work under the fingers really well. So you can then use them yourself over this backing track if you want to get it. And that way it's going to help you improve as a guitarist, and instead of just playing the same licks what we always do, it's going to mean you're going to be able to create ideas on the fly, which is what I'm doing now. So basically, I'll just give you an example which would be on the tab. It'd be like arpeggios like this. I used the arpeggios, but then what you want to do, you've got to learn to be creative with them. And that way you can blend in the pentatonic scale. So I'm going to use an arpeggio, and then I'm going to just do a classic like blues bend, really. I was incorporating the arpeggio of the E minor 7. Now the next thing what I've got is, if I move this along, I've got the A7 chord here. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to loop around. See if I can do this. Would that be right? Hold on, let's have a look. This is the way I would practice it. I'd pick two arpeggios, and then I would practice playing the changes. Now you've got to hear the chord change when it changes. It's only two chords, remember, so look. So that was a cool one, I think. So there I'm using the notes from the chord playing over the changes. I'm going to write them out, I've got a tab here. So I'm going to try some others now. Let's try one lower down. So, and this is what it'd be like E minor 7 arpeggio, A7 arpeggio, and they will all work with the track. What I will do at the end of this, I'm going to stop this video in a minute, write them out, and then I will play it again so you can hear exactly what you're going to get. Because the problem is with theory, it's very easy to get the theory, but knowing what to do with it is the key. So by learning these arpeggios, it will help you understand how to put them together. So I'm going to write some out in a minute, and then I'll be back to show you what they sound like. Back with all the arpeggios. So basically what these are going to do is, you're going to incorporate them with playing using the E minor pentatonic scale, but fitting these in so it gives you fresh ideas. So there's 10 of them on here. So they're available in the description down below on the Patreon, on my Patreon page. What I'm going to do, I'll backing track for this as well, which would be there. so you can use it, because otherwise they don't mean nothing without the music. So here we go. I'm going to go through them. I'm going to shout them out as I'm playing them, and you can hear how they sound. Now, I might forget some of them, so if I muck up, I'm only human, ain't I? Here we go. So E minor 7, look, 2 bars there, and this is where the chord changes. A7. So here's the first one. Shouting them out, but you can hear there's 10 of them, and I'll play through all 10 of them now. So that will get you playing arpeggios in your lead playing instead of just being stuck in the pentatonic scale forever. So yeah, it's just, you want to keep it simple when you're doing it, just playing over 2 chords. So I'm just going to have another jam now at the end, and then what I'm going to do, I'm not really going to think now, because when you're practicing, you want to think. When I'm playing, I just want to feel it, but you have to do the other stuff first, like this. You have to play through stuff, think about it, know how it works, and then forget about it, which really takes a long time to get it to that level. So anyway, I'm going to take off the loop on here. As I said, it's available down below in the description. So I'm just going to play over the top now and just have a jam and get stuff from that as well. But the main bit what I've done is just all the infos there, playing the notes from the chords over the right chords. I've wrote the notes on the top what they are for E minor 7 and A7, so you can see that as well. All right, enjoy it. Let's see what I can come up with. you go. Even went off a little bit off piece there. What note was I playing now? I got stuck on an F. But the thing is, when you do that, I pulled the face so you knew what I'd done. But just stay on it until you make it sound like it should have been now. It's better than going, oh, I'm freezing. Just get comfortable making mistakes. If you make mistakes, you learn. If you're too scared to make a mistake, and you see that on gigs sometimes, I mean, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes on a gig, I take chances and they don't come off. And I think, why did I do that? And I'm cringing. Especially when someone's videoing it, I'm thinking, I should have done that. But if you don't do it, you always play safe. And it depends on the gig. If you're doing a gig where you are just there to play the songs because people are dancing, or it's someone's, I don't know, song and they want it a certain way, if you're recording from, you got to listen to them and you got to do it. But when you're doing a gig for yourself and you want to experiment, just go for it. And same with indoors practicing. You know, don't think, oh God, the neighbours can hear me, or the kids, or the wife, or whatever, whoever you're with, or the dog. Just go for it and see what works and see what doesn't work. And then that way you will get confidence, and then you will also just get a natural instinct where the right note should be placed, instead of, I don't know, guessing or hoping you don't land on the wrong one. So say it's all out down below on my Patreon. See you later. Right.